Alright guys, today we are at the Carolina Sizzler. I'm with Oreo today and I have a few interviews lined up. I did not know Super Late Model is not racing until Sunday, which is tomorrow. So I'll be getting as many interviews today as I can, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, we are here with Zach Zeiss and he's going to do a quick interview with us. Zach, what is your home track?
411 Motor Speedway in Seymour, Tennessee.
Alright, what tracks do you race the most?
We race mainly in like East Tennessee there, Bulls Gap, 411, Smoky Mountain, a lot of them tracks right in around that area.
Alright, do you have a favorite track?
Probably Bulls Gap. That's one of my favorite racetracks. I've always been really successful there and won a lot of big races there, so it's always been good to me.
I've heard a lot of good things about Bulls Gap, so I gotta try that out. What brand of car do you race?
CVR race cars.
When did you start racing?
I started racing go-karts when I was 5 years old, and then when I turned 15, I started racing dirt late models, and now I'm 21. I've been racing them ever since then.
And I know you've won a lot of places. Do you have a most memorable win?
I won a big race at Iceland, Kentucky. It was a 4,000 win crate race, and that's been my biggest win, and that was a really good win for me. It meant a lot to me. We really had to work hard for it. We ran second most of the race, and we finally got the lead with I think about 15 to go, so it was an awesome race and meant a lot to be able to win it.
And do you have a driver that you look up to?
Honestly, probably my brother. Me and him's we're really close. We've raced our whole life together, so we've traveled up and down the road a lot, and it's just honestly it's been a lot of fun with him.
Is there a place that you haven't won at but you'd really like to win at?
Probably Smoky Mountain. That place, I've raced there. I haven't raced there a lot, but we race there quite often, and we're either really good or really bad, and it's always it's frustrating because it's 30 minutes from home, and I've never won there, so it kind of sucks.
Yeah. And do you have any websites, Facebook, TikTok?
I mean, I got a Facebook. That's about it. Zach Zeiss, but that's about it. I don't even have a TikTok. Everybody makes fun of me for not having one, but I'm always doing something else, so I don't have time to get on there and waste time.
All right, and then you have any sponsors you want to shout out?
I'd like to thank Rusty Webb for giving me the opportunity to drive his equipment, and everybody that helps us out throughout the week, get everything ready, and Randall Harris with Crate Engine Technology for the awesome motors, and that should be about it.
All right, man. Well, thank you for doing this interview.
Appreciate it.
You passed tech?
Yeah, we got 2 checks.
Here's Charlotte. It is giant. I'm going to go to the other side and try and show you it from that angle. But this is what it looks like up close to the dirt track area.
Alright guys, we are here with Colton Barone and he's going to do a quick interview with us. What is your home track?
Tri-County Racetrack in Brasstown, North Carolina.
What tracks do you race the most?
I race at Dixie Speedway and Sugar Creek and North Georgia Speedway, West Georgia, Livonia, and Toccoa.
Do you have a favorite track?
My favorite track's probably Sugar Creek. It's been awful good over the years, and I've really liked racing there on the bottom, you know.
What brand race car do you race?
I drive a master-built chassis.
Oh, nice. You don't get many of those. When did you start racing?
I started racing in 2018. The first of 2018 is when I got my first car. I started then and just progressed over the years to what I've got now.
And then what's your most memorable win?
Probably my most memorable win was May 10th at Tri-County. on my birthday. I won, started in the back that night in the feature and won, drove to the front and won the feature. And
On your birthday?
on my birthday,
Man,
yes,
that's
sir.
awesome.
It was a cool race because I had all my friends and family there, and they supported me all night long, and they just stood with me all night and said I got this. And
Do
gave
you
it
have a
all
driver that you look up to?
I look up to Oreo. I look up to him a lot. He's been real good to me over the last couple months. He's been helping me run, and I also look up to Jonathan Davenport. I helped him when I started racing. When I started going with him, I started in about 2016, I think. I went to speed weeks with him, and he let me wash his car when he come back in from hot laps to qualifying, stuff like that. And he helped me, just told me some things, how to work on stuff, and I always looked up to him. He from my hometown right there, close by.
All right, and what place do you want to win at the most?
I'd really love to win here at Charlotte this weekend. I'm gonna give it all I got. I'd also like to go to Bristol Dirt Nationals next year. I went last Dirt Nationals they had, and I helped my buddies, and it was fun and stuff. Just helped them, and
But you want to race this time?
I want to go this time.
All right, and then who are the sponsors to help you out?
Rick's RV out of Murphy, North Carolina. Jackie Roads Restoration, Circuit World, Interstate Welding, Steel Supply. Barone Towing is the biggest sponsor on the car.
Yeah, I see on the shirt. All right, man. Well, thank you for doing this interview,
Thank you.
and I hope you win tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So this is the lower pits area. We are parked up on the upper pits area, and then there's some more pits back there, and then off to the side over here too. So there's just pits everywhere, and looks like we pretty much used all of it. That was that many people there. This place was just so huge and vast, I had trouble finding anybody. I had an interview set up with Ross Bales, I had an interview set up with Cass Fowler, I was planning on getting Ronnie Johnson, maybe some Trevor Bain, but it was just so many people there, it's hard to find anybody, and you didn't know if you passed their hauler or not. You had no clue. I found some people at the end, but then by then it was just kind of too late. The heat also was just so bad, so hot that day. There was a chance of rain and all that, and I mean it sprinkled for about 5 minutes, and that was it. And barely had any cloud cover covering that sun, even though it looks like there's some clouds out there, but so hot. I mean, it was so hard. You had to keep getting cooled off and everything, and it was really hot out there. So something that everybody complained about last year that I was hoping they were going to fix this year was that it's so dusty. Charlotte is pretty much known for this by now, that there's just going to be a ton of dirt and dust in the air just flying up and getting all over everything. I understand we're at a dirt track and everything, but this was probably the worst I've ever been to at any track as far as the dust goes. Besides that, overall super nice facility. They use top-notch equipment, and it was run really, really well. But I just wish they'd thrown some more water on the track or something. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe they were thinking the rain was going to come in and do that for them. But it did not, and it was dusty all night. You can see Oreo turned his car so he could watch the race. That was pretty funny. But something different about Charlotte is the loading area. You have to drive almost the entire way around the track. You drive in front of the fans in that little road, and then that's how you get onto the track. So I thought that was pretty different. Never seen anything like that anywhere else, but I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. So here are the cars that they use to pack down the track. They have the Hoosier tires on them. They can fit the big old wide tires on them. So I think that's why they use the Crown Vics the most. Almost every track, I feel like I see Crown Vics packing the track down the most. And this place is obviously using them as well. And it looks pretty cool. So this is the staging area for the cars. Definitely different from every other track I've been to. Again, Charlotte is just a different kind of place. And this is where they stage the cars, and then they have them go around the circle, and then they enter back where you guys saw that they entered at. Hey, look, I finally found Cass Fowler. So we have an interview set up with him at Dixie or Rome, depending on whatever we see each other first. Look out for that interview next time. So at Charlotte, they have that drag strip right there, and that place is pretty huge. And then they have this hill that I liked watching the races from the most. And then back there in the distance, you can of course see Charlotte Motor Speedway where the NASCAR races are. And here's the giant grandstands of this dirt track.
Getting things organized. Right now it is Seth Whitby across the top of the board with a 17.811, 17.811. Justin Bagley second quick, 18.398. Dalton Jacobs third quick with an 18.147. And Dylan Bitfield will round down the top four. Top 10 lock into the future tonight. Everybody else will jump into the B lane. Like it will lock in. Jonathan Moran.
So I only stayed Saturday night. That night Oreo started about 20th. I think he got up to 12th. They gave him the Hard Charger Award. But Sunday night, Oreo got third place behind Ronnie Johnson and Cameron Weaver, who are extremely good drivers who've got, you know, great rigs and great rides. So he was very proud of himself, and I was very happy for him on Sunday night. So here is Ronnie Johnson pulling into victory lane after his win on Saturday night. He ended up winning both nights, so he swept the whole weekend at Charlotte. Ronnie Johnson, at one point, he got really sick with COVID, and people they weren't sure if he was going to make it. And so the fact that now he's back in a race car and he's winning races, I mean, it just adds more to the story. I mean, he's just a huge legend. He's a Hall of Famer. I mean, everybody loves him down in the South.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Somebody hold that flag. It's nice of you. Yeah.
here is Cass Fowler pulling into victory lane. He races the 602 races. He's from Woodstock, Georgia, and he won at Bristol. So he's doing really well at these big, giant NASCAR tracks. So he won Charlotte now, and he's also won Bristol. And he wins a lot wherever he goes, honestly. And everybody speaks really highly of him, and they expect big things from Cass Fowler. So definitely look out for him. But yeah, here he is celebrating his victory. The reason that I actually wanted to interview Cass Fowler is because when I was interviewing Brandon Overton, after I got done, I was talking to his crew members and stuff, and I was like, well, who else here do you think I should go ahead and interview? And Cass Fowler was at Smoky Mountain, and they were like, you need to interview that guy. He's really good. And so I did a little more research on him. Turns out he's from my home track at Dixie, so I was like, well, I'll just interview him at Dixie. I was like, do that there. So we are planning on doing an interview either Dixie or Rome next weekend. Alright guys, well that will do it for this video. I did not film an outro video. I totally forgot to do that. But that'll do it for this. And next weekend I should be at Dixie in Rome. And we should get an interview with Cass Fowler. And I'll see who else is there. And I'll try and start getting them an interview as well. So please stick around and keep watching my videos and like and subscribe.